Words of Stoic Wisdom, a comprehensive guide to personal growth and resilience. The Stoics, ancient philosophers of great wisdom, taught us that the truly great individuals are those who can endure stress and hardship without losing their composure. In today's world, we're often taught that stress is something negative, something to be avoided or managed through relaxation. However, the Stoics understood stress as a vital force. Just as a gem cannot be formed without immense pressure from the earth, a person cannot reach their fullest potential without facing life's challenges head-on. The process of becoming great isn't one of ease and comfort. It is the result of perseverance, struggle, and overcoming adversity. Seneca, one of the most notable Stoics, encapsulated this understanding perfectly. Just as a gem cannot be polished without friction, a man cannot be perfected without trials. You are what you are today because of the trials you've faced, and within you lies the power to transform yourself even further. Through Stoicism, you can reach your ultimate potential, but first, you must realize that self-mastery begins within. Before you can help others or make a significant impact on the world, you must help yourself by mastering your mind, controlling your reactions to external events, and regulating your desires and impulses. Only then will you walk the Stoic path towards self-mastery and enlightenment. Lesson 1. The power of focusing on the present. The first lesson that Stoicism offers us revolves around the concept of living fully in the present moment. How often do you find yourself caught up in the mistakes of the past or the anxieties of the future? In our fast-paced, technology-driven lives, we are frequently distracted from the here and now. However, the Stoics firmly believed that the present moment holds the key to freedom and peace of mind. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "Confine yourself to the present." This reminder is more relevant today than ever before. Stoicism pulls us back to the present, reminding us that every second spent worrying about what might happen tomorrow is a moment lost from today. We have little control over the future, but we can fully engage with the present moment. To apply this in daily life, begin with a simple practice of mindfulness. Set aside a few minutes each day to observe your surroundings, breathe deeply, and anchor yourself in the moment. Whether it's while sipping your morning coffee or walking to work, try to focus on the present sensations, the texture of the cup, the warmth in your hands, the sound of birds chirping. This practice will sharpen your focus and allow you to savor life as it unfolds. By embracing the present, you'll find a reservoir of inner peace and resilience that prepares you for life's uncertainties. Lesson 2. Embracing change as a pathway to growth. Change is inevitable, yet we often resist it, viewing it as a disruption to our comfort and routine. The Stoics, however, saw change as not only natural, but essential for growth. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart." This lesson invites us to reconsider how we view the changes that life brings. Instead of fearing or resisting change, Stoicism teaches us to welcome it as a fundamental part of existence, recognizing that everything happens for a reason. Change often brings discomfort, but it also opens the door to new opportunities and renewal. The way we respond to change defines how it affects us. Instead of fighting against it, practice embracing change in small ways. Start by observing your reactions to minor changes in your daily routine. For instance, if your regular route to work is closed, instead of feeling frustrated, see this as an opportunity to discover a new path, explore different scenery, or listen to a new podcast. By practicing acceptance of small changes, you prepare yourself for bigger life transitions, whether they involve shifts in career, relationships, or personal growth. The more you welcome change, the more resilient and adaptable you become. Over time, you will view change not as a hindrance, but as a necessary force for transformation. Lesson 3. Cultivating emotional resilience. The third Stoic lesson focuses on cultivating emotional resilience, the ability to withstand life's ups and downs without being overwhelmed by negative emotions. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot always control external events, but we can control how we perceive and react to them. Seneca said, "The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately." This insight reminds us that waiting for life to be perfect or free of problems is a fruitless endeavor. True resilience lies in accepting and even embracing the uncertainty of life. To build emotional resilience, begin by reframing your perception of adversity. Rather than viewing challenges as negative, start seeing them as opportunities for growth. The Stoics believed that hardship is a training ground for developing strength, wisdom, and patience. Epictetus famously said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them." This means that our emotional responses are shaped not by external events themselves, but by how we interpret them. When faced with adversity, instead of succumbing to anger or frustration, take a step back and ask yourself, how can I use this situation to practice resilience and fortitude? By viewing difficult situations as opportunities to strengthen your character, you transform your emotional experience from one of distress to one of empowerment. Lesson 4. The strength of self-control. Self-control, in the Stoic sense, is about mastering one's emotions, desires, and actions to live in harmony with reason. Epictetus described freedom as the ultimate goal in life. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Practicing self-control allows us to free ourselves from overreacting to external events or succumbing to emotional impulses, enabling us to maintain inner peace regardless of circumstances. Begin each day by setting intentions that reflect your Stoic values. Decide which virtues you want to embody and how you will handle the challenges that might come your way. For example, if you face a difficult conversation or a stressful task at work, remind yourself to act with patience, wisdom, and composure. This proactive approach helps you align your daily actions with your larger philosophical goals. Strengthen your willpower by practicing delayed gratification. Challenge yourself to wait a few extra minutes before eating a meal, or limit leisure activities until essential tasks are completed. By doing so, you train your mind to prioritize long-term satisfaction over short-term desires. When making decisions, big or small, take a moment to pause and consider your options rationally. Ask yourself, which choice aligns best with my Stoic principles and long-term goals? This habit ensures that your actions are deliberate and grounded in reason, rather than driven by fleeting emotions. Lesson 5. Stoic acceptance, embracing what we cannot control. Acceptance, in the Stoic philosophy, goes beyond resignation. It involves a deep understanding of life's natural order and an affirmation of reality as it is. The Stoics believed that everything happens for a reason, according to the rational structure of the universe. Embracing this perspective helps us see challenges not as disruptions to our happiness, but as opportunities to practice virtue and improve our character. For Stoics like Epictetus, acceptance is rooted in distinguishing between what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and values, and what we cannot control, such as other people's behavior, external events, and the past. This clarity allows us to focus our energy on what we can influence and to accept the rest with grace. When faced with difficulties, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can this teach me?" This reframe transforms adversity into an opportunity for growth, aligning with the Stoic goal of continuous self-improvement. Lesson 6. Emotional agility, managing your emotions with intention. Stoicism teaches that emotional agility, the ability to manage your thoughts and feelings consciously, is key to maintaining resilience. Emotions are natural, but Stoicism teaches us to acknowledge them without letting them overpower us. By doing so, we maintain control over our actions and uphold reason. Start by observing your emotions as they arise. Notice when you feel upset or anxious, but instead of reacting impulsively, pause and reflect. This pause is your moment of choice and power, giving you the clarity to respond in a way that aligns with your values and the Stoic virtues of wisdom and reason. To build emotional agility, practice facing small adversities intentionally, like enduring discomfort or delaying gratification. Over time, these small exercises build your capacity to stay composed during more significant challenges. Reflect on your day at the end of each evening, considering how you handled emotional challenges and how you can improve your responses in the future. Lesson 7. Detachment, separating emotions from decisions. Detachment, for the Stoics, is about separating our emotions from our decisions and actions. It's not about becoming cold or indifferent, but about ensuring that our emotions do not cloud our judgment. The Stoics believed that true freedom comes from controlling our responses to external events rather than being controlled by them. As Epictetus famously said, Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. Practicing detachment can help reduce emotional vulnerability and increase resilience. Start by observing situations as if you were an impartial spectator. This helps you see the facts without the influence of personal biases or emotional disturbance. When you face a challenge, try to describe it in neutral terms. Focus on what happened, rather than how it made you feel. This mental space between you and your emotions allows for more rational responses. Before reacting to any emotional trigger, take a deep breath and count to 10. This simple pause can engage your rational mind, allowing you to decide how best to proceed. Lesson 8. Amor fati, loving your fate. Amor fati is a Stoic concept that encourages us to not only accept but embrace everything that happens in life, including suffering and adversity. This principle challenges us to see every event, no matter how difficult, as a necessary part of life's unfolding. Amor fati teaches us to love our fate, to view every moment, good or bad, as something to be welcomed and even cherished. Friedrich Nietzsche, who was greatly influenced by Stoic philosophy, famously said, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity." The Stoics believed that everything happens for a reason, as part of the universe's rational and purposeful design. By reframing how we view challenges, we can transform hardship into a source of strength and wisdom. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" we begin to ask, "How can this help me grow?" Lesson 9. The virtue of perseverance. Perseverance is more than just enduring hardship. It's about persistently pushing forward, even when the path is difficult. Stoics valued perseverance because it aligns with their belief in living according to one's principles, no matter the obstacles. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote that, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." The Stoics saw obstacles not as reasons to give up, but as opportunities to demonstrate virtue. To cultivate perseverance, break long-term goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This approach helps you maintain momentum and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed by the scale of your ambitions. Lesson 10. Reflection, a Stoic practice for growth. Reflection is at the heart of Stoic practice. It allows us to examine our actions and thoughts, ensuring they align with our values and virtues. Marcus Aurelius exemplified this practice in his Meditations, constantly evaluating his behaviors against Stoic principles. Through reflection, we grow wiser and better prepared for future challenges. Keeping a daily journal is one way to engage in reflective practice. At the end of each day, ask yourself, "What did I do well today? What could I have done better?" Regularly engaging in such reflections helps you grow emotionally and intellectually, ensuring that your actions remain aligned with Stoic virtues. Stoicism is more than a philosophy of thought. It is a guide to living with intention, resilience, and virtue. By embracing these lessons, you will cultivate a mindset that turns adversity into opportunity, brings peace amidst chaos, and allows you to live fully, according to your highest principles. In every challenge, you will find a path toward personal growth, strength, and wisdom.